Hi, this is Freya with another singing tip. Today, I want to help you find and strengthen your head voice, so please stay tuned. Now, for some people, it's easier, and for some people, it's a little bit harder to find head voice, to even just find it. So, first of all, let me give you some exercises to find your head voice, and then we're going to try to move into kind of strengthening it. Now, let me say that it is a process. It's not going to happen in 5 minutes and it's not going to happen in 5 days. It's probably going to take some time to really be strengthened and for you to be able to sing higher. So that really does take training. But let me just get you on the way to where you actually find the head voice and you have a feeling how you can actually be a little louder and get higher. Now, the first thing is, I don't know if you know how it feels, but there's basically two basic registers. Now, the one is the one that I'm speaking it right now. That's the chest voice, and that's usually the one that's easier for most people to sing in la 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 like this. Now, and then there's also this head voice. And usually guys don't use it that much in everyday life. Girls use it a little bit more, and it's kind of like this squeaky high feeling, and this is head voice. So in order to find it, I found that E and U are easiest to find it. So first of all, let's try just not specifically hit any pitch, but just kind of do a wave motion. Just kind of go up and down and try to have this squeakiness. Try it on an E at first, but try not to be too wide, but just kind of E. E, 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 E. Experiment where it's easier for you, whether it's higher or lower. For some people, it's easier just to kind of start up high, just to even get to feel the difference between the chest register and the head voice. And for some people, it's easy not to start that high yet because you start choking yourself off. So try to find an area that's comfortable for you. Try it on ooh next. Ooh, you can even take it lower. This is still head voice, but it's very squeaky. Or higher, ooh, 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 kind of like a siren. So whatever area is the easiest for you, just try to kind of be around that area at first. And the next thing is to eliminate any breathiness. The more breathiness you have, the harder it's gonna be to get higher on your head voice because it requires for you to have good vocal cord closure to get higher. And whenever there's too much breathiness, there's not good vocal cord closure. And so physically, it's actually not possible to go really high and produce high pitches in head voice. So in order to reduce breathiness, and that's so important, you have got to work with your airflow. Let just the tiniest bit of air through. Now, it takes good support. Make sure you're expanding when you inhale, and now when you exhale on singing that siren, for example, try to not be too loud, but try to let very, very little air out, like so. It's almost like holding your breath. Wherever the area is that's comfortable. The most important thing is take the pitch back in volume until there's not too much breathiness. At the same time, taking back the volume does not mean you're letting loose on your support. On the contrary, you having rock hard support. Really have this tension in your ab muscles and then really just, it's like blowing through this really thin straw and you're like, the tiniest bit of air just flows through there, but you feel your ab muscles because you're having to push against this resistance to where like, oh, I want to push the air through, but only so little goes through. So that's the feeling you want to have. Now the next thing in order to get higher and to really strengthen that head voice is to really do it on a regular basis and really make sure that the higher you get, the more you open up. you open up that resonating space and you open up that vowel. So important. So the oo becomes an ah the higher you go. It gets closer to an ah, like so. So you can't really have this narrow space and produce a high head voice pitch. It's way back here then, and you're kind of squeezing yourself off. So you want to make sure you have openness when you go high. And the problem that's most prevalent in singers, especially females, like if you want to sing classical repertoire, you want to go high in your head voice, is that you get way too narrow and tight. So you want to try to keep your jaw muscles relaxed, to kind of let it fall and stay open. Very important. If you feel your tongue going way up, it's not possible to sing high. Very hard. Very much openness, and then it's so much easier. Now, I was a lyric coloratura soprano. That's actually what I am when I sing opera, and that's like the highest pretty much you can get. And the most important thing is to keep that relaxed position when you go high in order to not sound squeaky. But I always imagine it's actually like a scream, but I just put a vibrato on it. Like so, when I sing this high notes, screamed. Now when I put a vibrato on, it sounds more sung. So the only difference was vibrato, pretty much. But you have to think of it as kind of a scream. Now, a good exercise also is like this. You kind of do an arpeggiated scale, like over an octave, an arpeggio. You. Open up to the top. You see, it's a kind of screamed. It's like, whoa! It's like this motion. Try that, and it will probably help you. Now, the thing is, you do have to do it, you have to take it slowly. It's not going to happen fast, and it's not going to happen that easy. It does take training, and it does take persistence. Think of your vocal cords always as if you were an athlete. You're not going to run a marathon in 5 days or in 10 days. It's going to take time to work yourself and to work your body up to that without hurting yourself. So I hope these tips helped you today. I hope you're going to try to explore your head voice a little bit more, because remember, a stronger head voice also means a stronger middle and bottom. It really just is that way. It's like for an athlete, stretching is just important as strength training. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check back on Tuesday for how to sing that song video, and also on Thursday for a Q&A. Ask your questions below any of my videos and I will try to answer them in one of my next videos. Have a wonderful day, and don't forget, always keep on singing and always keep a song in your heart. Bye.